How are you doing, fellow XRP holder? This is Austin. I'll give you a little video. There have been two setbacks for XRP and those failures are now barriers. I'll let you know what those are. And in this video, we'll discuss the most recent XRP news. Additionally, we will discuss general crypto news and the state of the crypto market as a whole. Please use the like and subscribe buttons on YouTube if you're new to me, and if you're viewing this on X, please think about following me. Thank you very much. Okay. Thus, the market as a whole is down 1.5% from where we were in the previous 24 to 36 hours when we witnessed Bitcoin rise all the way to its all-time high of 1119. I feel we have now turned and into the red. That's right there, 111970. In the last 24 hours, we're setting a new record. However, down 1% once more. All right? I always enjoy discussing Bitcoin since, once more, it's the most well-known cryptocurrency worldwide, therefore discussing it in relation to XRP is pertinent. As a guy who makes content, I have access to a piece of software that tracks user interaction and YouTube user count, which is an interesting fact. Thus, it provides me with up-to-date information. I grabbed the data this morning and it's really fascinating. Thus, 3.3 million searches are made for the phrase XRP per month. That's a lot, all right? And particularly at the moment, given the state of the market we are in. Bitcoin then receives 3.2 million. Thus, XRP actually outperforms Bitcoin in terms of YouTube searches. That demonstrates the level of interest in XRP, I guess. Actually, it has more to do with YouTube search volume than Bitcoin. For your information, here is a brief side remark. All right? Then, what is the hurdle or obstacles? The SEC has delayed its ruling, which is why the two XRP ETFs have been delayed. The Bitwise XRP ETF is it? ETF for XRP. Yes, I do say that. All right? CoinShares XRP ETF and Bitwise XRP ETF. The SEC is therefore postponing its determinations. Well, is this a strategy used by the SEC? That's not how I truly feel. Well, there might be a lot of explanations. We don't know why they're putting it off. But you know, with the new regime, if you will, at the SEC under Paul Atkins and all that's over there, I don't really feel that it's the same situation we had with the Biden era and Gary Gensler's rule and all that sort of things. Therefore, I'm not actually arguing that this is a terrible thing. This might be an internal bureaucratic process, I believe. There are several possible explanations for this. It doesn't seem like a deliberate attempt to destroy the ETFs. Let me know in the comments if you see anything else here. Can you perceive that this situation is sinister? Well, what do you think? I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on that. I do read comments and similar things. As a result, as I mentioned, the cryptocurrency market is somewhat retreating. Not very startling. I believe that this is only a small blip on the radar. Due to the SEC's delay, these XRP ETFs are experiencing some setbacks. And at the moment, I don't believe it's having a significant effect on the price of XRP. People like you and I who are closely following the developments surrounding XRP ETFs and all of the many products that are available for XRP will find this to be quite interesting. I believe that XRP's 1.9% decline is a direct outcome of the market as a whole. After the last 24 to 36 hours, when we witnessed some really large runs, we are seeing a retreat, profit being taken, and Bitcoin and Ethereum both being down. Hyperlid is awake. There has been a significant increase of 17+% and 33% on the 24-hour period. The Fed, or Hyperworkcoin, actually saw the largest percent increase, whereas Trump, Pi, Caspa, and others saw the largest percentage decline. All right? Therefore, I believe that we had a typical profit-taking day. A slight downward shift. Well, XRP has suffered these two losses and similar ones. Regarding these two challenges, or more accurately setbacks, Bitwise and CoinShares XRP ETFs are postponed. They'll pass, I believe. Although I don't care too much about it, you should be aware that this exists. I wanted to let you know. Alright, assisting you in increasing your cryptocurrency earnings. I received a trading indicator piece of software. It may be used on any computer, an iPhone, or an Android smartphone. This is a buyer for Bitcoin, I guess. Bitcoin was up 30% 31 days ago. You would have made $300 in less than 30 days if you had purchased $1,000 here. Solana, somewhat the same. 35 days left. Purchase here. It's moved up and it's a 45% move up. You can see that the candles are red because there was a lot of red volatility, which is why I didn't provide a purchase alert sooner. The software said it wasn't the correct time after taking into account trade volume and other factors. Excuse me, it looks at a lot of various parameters. You can see how the candle began to change from red to magenta to green, then abruptly began to move in the proper direction and begin an upward trend. Therefore, this software eliminates a lot of the guessing for you, allowing you to earn even more money without having to worry about it. By the way, you may receive the alerts on your phone or anywhere else that inform you when to purchase and sell. Little tiny pop-ups that appear, which is pretty awesome. This is where you may purchase Ethereum. Take a look at this. Boom. In contrast to when it would simply take off and become parabolic, notice how early it sent that by warning. 31 days 70% $1,000 was purchased here, but it hasn't been sold yet because the software indicates that it's not yet time to sell. You can see that the candles are red because there was a lot of red volatility, which is why I didn't provide a purchase alert sooner. The software said it wasn't the correct time after taking into account trade volume and other factors. Excuse me, it looks at a lot of various parameters. You can see how the candle began to change from red to magenta to green, then abruptly began to move in the proper direction and begin an upward trend. Therefore, this software eliminates a lot of the guessing for you, allowing you to earn even more money without having to worry about it. By the way, you may receive the alerts on your phone or anywhere else that inform you when to purchase and sell. Little tiny pop-ups that appear, which is pretty awesome. This is where you may purchase Ethereum. Take a look at this. Boom. In contrast to when it would simply take off and become parabolic, notice how early it sent that by warning. 31 days 70% $1,000 was purchased here, but it hasn't been sold yet because the software indicates that it's not yet time to sell. Profit of $73. We are waiting for XRP to break over this resistance line at this precise moment. Well, as you can see, XRP is up 23% as of right now, 42 days after a purchase alert was issued. That provides you an idea of how it functions. Check it out by clicking the link in the description below. A 30-day no questions asked period is offered. On a daily basis, the quarterly option is the most affordable. Down there's a coupon code, SP1SP1. When checking out, enter that code. It will cost you around $1.15 every day, which is the best pricing. A 30-day money-back guarantee is offered, with no questions asked. Check that out then. Well, have a look. Try it out for yourself. I got that 30-day no questions asked money-back promise, so you have no risk here. Okay, I will see you later.